Good morning. My name is Mallory Henderson. I was valedictorian of Theodore High School's graduating class of 2018. I'm coming to you live from my house in my pajamas, hopefully like all of you, staying inside and staying safe. When Miss Miller reached out to me about this opportunity to talk to all of you about leadership and kind of what life is like during COVID-19, I was super excited for the opportunity because Miss Miller is a good friend of mine. She's an incredible person and a great representation of what a leader looks like. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself and then we'll dive into the topics about being a leader. So I'm currently a sophomore biochemistry major at the University of Alabama on the pre-med track and hopes to be a neurosurgeon. I'm currently serving in the military for the Army National Guard for the state of Alabama, and I started a foundation on the campus at Alabama called the Purpose of Life Foundation. I'd like to talk about leadership in all three aspects of those in my life and kind of how it pertains to hopefully all of you. To me, being a leader in college is making those difficult choices to sacrifice for your future. College is amazing and so much fun, but it is also full of temptations. Your friends are going to want to go see a movie, or going to want to go out, go get dinner, and you have a big test on Monday. You know, your weekend needs to be full of studying, and you have to sacrifice a lot of times to go out with your friends to study in order for your future. So I think the biggest part of college and leadership is not losing sight of who you are and not falling into temptation, because you will have your whole life to do all of those things, but college is made for the time to focus on your future and to get to that career point that you've always dreamed about. To me, being a leader in the military was probably the most significant. Army basic training was a huge culture shock from the life that I lived before. I was 18 years old, a high school senior, AP classes, dancer, cheerleader, was a trail maid, and then I went to Army basic training. I think that being a leader in the military is a true representation of how well you work with your peers and how well you work under pressure. I remember being in the field with my team, and I was APG of my platoon at AIT. And I remember just when you're in a leadership role and you have 30, 40, 50 other young soldiers going through training, looking to you for guidance and advice, you have to be strong for them. I was nervous. I was scared about, what was going to come next in training, what my drill sergeants were going to think. And I've never been deployed. I've only been in the military for 2 years. But I can imagine the people that are deployed, and working in the field and going on missions, your life truly depends on it. And you have to have every soldier's back in order to live, to survive. And for us at basic training, it was to pass. And so I think that being a leader in the military means that you always stay strong for your people and you push yourself past limits that you could have never imagined for yourself. I remember when we were on the Forge. The Forge is a 5-day trek through the forest. You ruck about 50 miles. We stay in the forest, and you do all kinds of different training events. We don't really sleep that much. We don't really eat that much. And I just remember walking for 12 hours straight with an 80-pound rucksack on my back, and I was so tired. And never to the point of ready to give up, but just really exhausted. And that's when you have to dig deep and remember your purpose and remember that you have people looking to you as a role model and to be a leader. And so I think that it's super important to be a leader just in your life, especially in the military, because it will save someone's life and your own. And the last thing I want to talk about with leadership is my foundation. I brought a button and a business card to show you guys. Super exciting stuff. So I had a good friend who passed away from a rare form of brain cancer called DIPG while I was at training for the military. Her name was Aubrey Nicholas. She got diagnosed with it, I think, my senior year. I've never had someone in my life so young get so sick from a disease and there's no cure for it. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but I wasn't sure what kind until her. So I joined the military in order to help soldiers like her and families like her, children like her. And so when I got to Alabama, I saw that there were no organizations that helped people with terminal illnesses. And so thanks to my amazing friends and the community and a bunch of people involved in my life, they helped me start this organization. And so pretty much the main goal and purpose is to raise awareness and money for all people suffering with terminal illnesses. The biggest thing that I think has had an impact on me and my members of the foundation is our partnership with DCH. Wendy Parmenter and Rebecca are some of the most incredible people I've ever met. They allotted us a certain amount of volunteer slots so we can volunteer at the hospital 4 hours a week, every week there. And we get to spend time with terminally ill patients. And when families come in that are going through a hard time while their loved one is sick, we sponsor them. We feed them, go sit and talk with them, create bonds with them. And so I want my members to get a sense of what it's like to spend time with someone suffering with a terminal illness, and hopes help them find their purpose in life, because Aubrey gave me mine. And so that's why it's called the Purpose of Life Foundation. To me, being a leader in your own foundation, it creates a passion inside of you. I was very passionate to help people with terminal illnesses because of Aubrey. And so to me, I think to be a leader, you also have to be passionate and you have to be genuine. If I wasn't passionate about this organization, then I wouldn't have started it, Or it's the same thing with a business. A lot of people may think that they want to go into a business or an organization because of a passion, but really it was because of money. So if you have a genuine, sincere passion for something, then I think that will make you an even better leader in what you are trying to do or be. So for me right now, life during COVID-19 is kind of interesting. I'm home with my family. Usually I'm so busy that I only get to see them about once a month, so I'm super excited to take this time with them. Online classes are kind of difficult. I feel like professors are giving more work than they did when we were there. And I am a very visual person, so not being able to go to tutoring or work out problems with my professors is kind of hard. But I'm working through it like everyone else. With the military, we're supposed to have 2 drills in May. I'm supposed to go on orders this summer to work OCS and go to BLC. And for my foundation, we're just brainstorming new things to do in the fall. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to talk with you guys. And if you have any questions, please email me at malloryjoyhenderson@gmail.com. Thank you, Miss Miller, for what you're doing for these students and just everything that you do. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe. Bye.